Hi, good morning everyone. I know I've mentioned in a couple earlier videos about the exhaust on the F350. Today we're finally putting it on.
Hello and welcome to our channel. We're glad you're here.
Well, the system I'm putting on is a 4-inch diamond eye turbo back stainless steel. I got it from, I believe, a company called Diesel Ops on eBay. Price was about the best I could find anywhere. There is the system. It's designed for any 7.3 from 99.5 to early 03, just depending on which pipe you need to use, depending on your wheelbase. I'm sure this truck will use everything since it's the long wheelbase. But you've got your 2 pipes there, the 2 that go over for the tailpipe. This is your downpipe coming off the turbo. Set of clamps, got some hangers there, and the stainless muffler. The muffler appears to be kind of like a glass pack style. It is a straight through design, so it'll just muffle from the outside, but it shouldn't create any kind of back pressure. The instructions included are a little on the vague side. It gives you a rough picture of the system, tells you kind of how to take it off and how to put it on, but it really doesn't tell you which pipe to use for which truck or which hanger goes in which location. So it'll just have to be a hunt and peck method. To get started, I need to remove the band clamp off of the turbo. Hopefully I can get a shot back in there of that. There's the clamp right there that holds the downpipe onto the turbo outlet. The bolt on it is similar to this one here with the long stud and the nut, and the way it is designed, it is pointing almost straight up at the firewall. I was unable to get anything decent on there, so what I had to resort to was a 1/4 inch ratchet and a deep well 7/16, and it just barely catches it. So I'll loosen that up and get that band loose, and then we can go underneath the truck and start pulling the exhaust out from underneath. I'm going to try and show what I can from underneath here. This is the downpipe coming down from the turbo. I've got the clamp loose, but the clamp itself, where it's pinched on, doesn't want to pop off of the pipe or the turbo, even though the bolt is completely floppy. So what I'm going to do is come down here to this flange. We'll try and take these bolts off this flange, and the rest of the exhaust is just a straight pipe back to the muffler, and then the tailpipe is already rotted off, so it ends right there at the back of the muffler. The whole back of the truck's covered in soot from that exhaust just blowing under the truck. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, take this clamp off of here and see if I can jiggle the front pipe to pop that hose loose, or that clamp loose. From the looks of this heat shield, I wonder if this truck at one time had a catalytic converter. This pipe definitely looks like a aftermarket pipe. It's welded onto the muffler right here. So it appears that someone may have already pulled the cat off of this truck. But that's what we've got. See if we can get this flange loose and jiggle that down pipe to get it to pop loose from that clamp. Well, I think you probably knew as well as I did that those bolts weren't going to come loose on that flange with the ratchet. So what I did was got the torch out, cut both those bolts, went ahead and cut all the hangers off and dropped the exhaust, and got the old exhaust out. It's laying over there in the grass. Give me a little more room to work. So now I will work on trying to get this downpipe working back and forth and up and down to get that clamp to pop loose, and then we can cut it out of here and put the new pipe in. Well, that went quicker and easier than I thought. Just crawled under there with this big rawhide hammer, hit up on the pipe 5 or 6 times, and it popped right loose. So there is the clamp that wouldn't come loose, and like I said, it was in the truck this way, and getting on that nut was just a treat. So I think I'm either going to mount it this way so the nut's out front, or possibly this way so it's on top, so it's a little easier to work with in the future if I need to. And let's try and look down in there. There's the end of the turbo here, and there's my downpipe laying down there. It says you need to cut that at the cross member, so I may need to cut that to get it out because it does extend just past the cross member, so I doubt you can wiggle it out of there. I'll give it the old college try first, but I doubt it's going to happen. So I may have to cut that, but I'll get that downpipe out of there, and then there's the new downpipe. I'll stick it up inside and get the clamp back on it to hold it temporarily, and then start hanging the rest of the exhaust. Yeah, torch made quick work of that. It came right out. Not sure if this is the aluminized pipe or if it's kind of a stainless, but it didn't cut like you'd normally cut steel. It kind of just melted away and came off in globs. But either way, it's cut and it is out. As soon as I got that last piece cut, it just dropped right on the floor. And here's a comparison between the stock downpipe and the new 4-inch downpipe. There's quite a size difference there. So hopefully it'll fit in without rattling against anything. But that should help this engine breathe, and it's supposed to give you better fuel mileage. So that's what I'm hoping for. Let's get this thing installed. Well, it's not the prettiest thing in the world. Like I said, the instructions are kind of vague as to where the hangers go and which pipe goes where and how you're supposed to do it. But and that hanger's not on there the greatest, but it's the only one that fits there. Because the next hanger is long, and the other one would be obviously too short to go here, and the third hanger has to be on the tailpipe. So everything is in. It's not completely tightened yet. There's the muffler, the long straight pipe, and the bent pipe, and the front pipe. And I'll take you back and show you the tailpipe in a second. Clamps aren't straight because if they are, they'll hit. As of right, no, pardon the cat. As of right now, if I shake it, I don't hit anywhere. So I need to shake it around a little more, make sure I've got clearance every place, and get the clamps tightened down, and then give it for a test drive. I did have to have my lovely assistant come out and crawl under here and hold the front pipe up for me so I could get the clamp on the turbo. But it is all on here. Let me see, I'll take you back and show you the tailpipe. Okay, and here we are in the back. So there was the obvious hanger for the tailpipe since it was bent like that. And there we come out. A little short here on the bed because this is a dually, so I might push this cat out of the way again. I might get some kind of a chrome extension or something to come out here so this isn't blowing up on the bottom of the bed, or the fender skirts rather. But there it is. It fits pretty good. I had a little trouble with not hitting the shock back here at first. The muffler wasn't on the front pipe far enough, so I drove it up with that rawhide hammer. And that seemed to work then. Once that was up, we had clearance for the muffler. Like I said, I'm going to...
Quit teasing the cat and pet her.
I'll start this up and make sure there's no leaks, make sure it doesn't rattle anywhere, and then give all the clamps a final tighten. And then we'll take her for a test drive and see how it sounds. Yeah, everything looks good. I drove it, don't hear any rattles, sounds pretty nice. So we'll do the old, let's fire up the diesel truck while filming the tailpipe YouTube shot. Well, that was the installing the 4-inch diamond edge stainless exhaust system on the F350 video. If you're installing this exhaust system yourself, I hope maybe some of that helps you. Once again, the instructions aren't real clear as to what clamps and what hangers go where. About the only thing they say is that straight pipe that goes in between the intermediate pipe and the muffler is, depending on your wheelbase length, you're supposed to measure and cut that plus 5 inches for the slip fit. So really that's the only specific instruction they give you. It does fit in there pretty nice. It sounds pretty good, I think, and hopefully it will increase my fuel economy and power a little bit. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please put them down below. I appreciate if you subscribe and give us a thumbs up, and you have a good day.